Shalom. Koholo Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Dash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird mixed among the heathen nations, the Israelite foreigners, and to the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. The motivation, the spiritual motivation behind this video is the video Wormwood, which was put up, featuring the elders, the apostles, and the top elders of the Great Millstone. And they all were reflecting mainly around verse 8 of Revelation, and like verses 8 through like 10. So I decided to just read the whole chapter and just give a quick breakdown, just to lamb back off what the apostles and the elders did. So this is Revelation, the 8th chapter, starting verse 1, and it reads, "And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in heaven about the space of a half hour. And I saw the seven angels which stood before power, and to them were given seven trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar having a golden censer, and there was given him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne." All right, so he offered up the prayers of the saints. So let's find out exactly who the saints are. All right, so we're gonna go back to Psalms. This is the book of Psalms at 140, Psalms 149, and it reads, "Praise ye Yahweh, sing unto Yahweh a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king." So the subject matter there was the saints in the presence of Yahweh, and the saints are the Israelites. So this has nothing to do, these prayers were coming of all the saints, and to the saints and for the saints. This had nothing to do with any other people, right? As it says in Joel, the second chapter, the other nations have not known them. Matter of fact, we go back to Psalms, near where I was. Hold on, I think it's Psalms 147. Yeah, this is Psalms 147, starting at verse 19. And it reads, "He showeth his word unto Jacob," whose name was changed to Israel. And matter of fact, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Jacob and Israel are interchangeable, right? The children of Jacob, the children of Israel are the same people. "He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh." So the other nations have not known the judgments, nor followed the judgments of the law, statutes, and commandments of this book. Back into Revelation, starting verse 4. "And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before power out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth, and there were voices of thundering and lightning and earthquakes. And the seven angels," all right, and so we're talking about the third woe here, all right? That's what's about to take place here, all right? World War III. "And the seven angels which had seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first sounded, and followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the third of three parts was burnt up, and all Green grass was burnt. So those missiles came. This is WW3, the third woe. All right. As a matter of fact, if we jump to verse 13, it says, "And I beheld and heard the angel flying through the midst of the heavens, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet and the three angels which are yet to sound." All right. And as a matter of fact, the precept to that is Revelation 9 and 12. And it reads, "One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter." So that was World War I, World War II. And so the third woe, it said come two woes. We're into that third woe now, because in the midst of all this COVID and these plagues and failing societies and failing economies and all these other matter of things going on, you still have a war that's going on, which literally is World War III. It just hasn't gone full blown yet. All right. Remember, America and Iran are fighting with proxy armies in Iraq right now. And also the thing in Syria has not gone away. All right. And that is going to lead into a full-blown World War III. All right. And this is Revelation 11 and 14. It said, "By thy precepts we get understanding." You know. This is Revelation 11 and 14. It said, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." So World War II has already happened. World War III is on the horizon. We're in the midst of it. It's beginning. It has begun. All right. Back to Revelation, the 8th chapter. Verse 8. "And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood, and the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of rivers and upon the fountains of waters." And that's an ICBM. All right. It talks about 1,000,000. All right. That's 200 million arrows. ICBMs, those arrows that fly from one end of the earth to the other. All right. That melt the elements. All right. I'm quoting scriptural things. All right. "And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the small stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise." Because when those missiles go off, it's going to create dust clouds, mushrooms and dust clouds that are going to blot out the sun. You know, like that scene in the 300. Imagine those arrows flying being missiles. And the majority of those missiles that are going to fly are going to come straight to Babylon, because it's prophesied. What did he say? That our arrows would blot out the sun. You know? And the destruction that those arrows are going to do is going to blot out the sun. All right? It's going to be, what do they call it? Nuclear fallout? A nuclear winter over Babylon? You know, those fires are going to burn, and those smoke clouds are going to be up in the air for a long time. Verse 13. "And I beheld and heard the angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound." So we're on the verge of everything happening. Everything's on the table. The events are in place. Militaries are spread across America. The infrastructure for 5G, the infrastructure for the wireless, the digital currency is already set in place. The dollar is already dead. And the plan to chip everyone is already on the table. So let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. Now, are you going to take that chip or are you not? Call halal Yahweh Shalom Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash Wa Abba Babal Shalom.